Today we're talking about the Hindu god of prosperity, wisdom, and the remover of obstacles, Ganesha.
Enter a world of enchantment, of enlightenment, Meg's magical mansion.
Come, whoever you are, to Meg's Magical Mansion, a virtual guest house for spiritual wayfarers, a place where the ordinary becomes magical, where wisdom is yours for the asking, and where your higher nature is just a wish away. Thanks for joining me here today at the Magical Mansion. I'm here with my scrumptious parlor maid, Parfait.
Sure.
And we're having a little puppy party today.
We are. We're so excited you could join us.
We have Miss Alice Poopers, as usual.
And here I have Ollie.
And Ollie likes to stick around sometimes. You come and
does.
He comes on camera sometimes. Sometimes he's a little shy.
He is a little shy, but
Yeah.
he came today.
Today we're continuing with our Power God series.
Ooh, which of these hot, handsome gods are we spilling the tea on today?
Well, today we're taking a look at the Hindu god of prosperity, wisdom, good fortune, the creator and remover of obstacles.
Oh, wait, I know this one. We actually call on this deity quite often. It's Ganesha.
That's right. Ganesha is the elephant-headed god who is the patron of bankers and investors, scribes, writers, and authors.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let's find out more about this deity who's worshipped by millions all over the world.
Ganesha, the Hindu god of beginnings, prosperity, wisdom, good fortune. Ganesha is the creator and the remover of obstacles. Millions of people around the world worship Ganesha before any major undertaking or enterprise. He is the patron of intellectuals, bankers, scribes and letters, writers, and authors. And he is usually depicted as a pot-bellied man with an elephant head, usually with 4 arms, although there are numerous variations of this. He's often shown holding sweets in one of his hands, sometimes depicted with his broken tusk with the broken piece of it in his hand. And his vahana, his mount or vehicle that he rides about on, is a large bandicoot rat. This rat is symbolic of Ganesha's ability to overcome any and all obstacles to get what he wants, because elephants are traditionally supposed to be afraid of mice and rats. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. He's known both for his own cleverness, but also for his appreciation of the intelligence and intellect of others. Ganesha's mother is Parvati, the wife of Shiva, who is his father. And there are many different stories and variations on the theme of how Ganesha was born or created. Sometimes Parvati made Ganesha out of cloth and asked Shiva to bring him to life. There's versions where Shiva creates Ganesha, but in the most prevalent version that I could find, Parvati wanted to bathe in private. So she created Ganesha as a boy from turmeric paste, which is why one of the offerings people will use for Ganesha is a cone of turmeric paste, because apparently Parvati initially created him from the turmeric paste that she would use to rub on herself as she was bathing. And some stories say she even used the dirt and oils from her own body with the turmeric paste. And she molded all this into the boy Ganesha and brought him to life and set him to be her guardian, to stand at her door and guard her privacy. And he did this fiercely. But of course, Shiva, Parvati's husband, was a roamer. He had been away. He was a wayfarer. And he'd been out on one of his quests Well, Ganesha had been created, and guess what happened? Shiva returned home one day to find the boy Ganesha on duty, guarding Parvati, and when Ganesha, not knowing who Shiva was, refused Shiva entry to his own wife's chambers, Shiva got angry and chopped Ganesha's head off in a rage. Well, upon seeing the grief of Parvati, Shiva rushed out and or sent people out and got the first head that he could find, which apparently was from an elephant. And this elephant's head is then bestowed upon Ganesha, and he is brought back to life by Shiva, who then elevates him to god status. And as I said, there are many variations on his birth story. One story says that Shiva produced Ganesha from his mind as a child with an elephant's head to protect the devas, the gods, from demons. But amongst all these different variations, Ganesha is traditionally considered to be the child of both Shiva and Parvati. And in some versions, Shiva claims him as his son when he breathes life back into him. There are many who feel that the replacing of a small child's head with a much larger elephant's head is representational of us replacing our small, fragile little ego minds with a much more enlightened, endless, universal mind. Ganesha reminds us to break away from our limited self and embrace this kind of larger, universal, enlightened self. Ganesha is the lord of the multitude, and he rules over the Ganas. And the Ganas are these sort of private attendants of Shiva, and they're not all of them very nice. Shiva hung out with these kind of fiends and demonesque companions, and they were the honor guard to Shiva, and Ganesha ruled over all the Ganas. The Ganas are non-human beings. They're like spooks, spirits, goblins. Some of them are so fearsome that they are confined to cremation grounds and cemeteries, but these were some of Shiva's favorite peeps to hang out with, and Ganesha ruled over all of them. That's one reason why it's so important to worship Ganesha. Since Ganesha rules over all the Ganas, you can honor all the Ganas at one time by bowing to their lord, Ganesha. So when we receive the grace of Ganesha, we are blessed by all the Ganas. And this is how we remove potential obstacles. This is what helps put us on the path to success. Remember, Ganesha not only removes obstacles here in this 3D world, he also removes obstacles on your spiritual path. And he can also put an obstacle in your way if you need to slow down or change course. Ganesha rules over our root chakra, which is the color red. One of the reasons he loves the color red so much. And remember, the root chakra is that governing force that turns the wheel of life. Which means Ganesha has a permanent home in each of us, sitting in our root chakra. He holds and guides all the other chakras. And because Ganesha is the guardian of esoteric knowledge, he is the presiding deity of astrology, and he has a great understanding of how the planets affect the karma and destiny of each soul. Ganesha is revered by millions of people all around the world, and he has crossed over from Hinduism into other religions such as Tibetan Buddhism and into Buddhism in countries like Thailand. Ganesha is worshipped by some Jains as the god of wealth. So many people around the world worship, connect, and revere the deity Ganesha. And there are some very easy ways that you can connect with Ganesha. Get a statue or a piece of artwork depicting Ganesha. Look at it, meditate, maybe light a diya or a lamp by it, some Offer some sweet treats because Ganesha loves sweets. Offer some sweet smelling things like flowers. Remember, he likes the color red. Incense, perfume, water. You can repeat mantras to Ganesha. But sincere love from your heart is the most important offering you can make to Ganesha.
And now a poem I wrote for you and Ganesha. It's called Ode to Ganesha. Ganesha, the one with the single tusked elephant tooth. Ganesha, who is omnipresent. We meditate upon and pray for greater intellect. We bow before the one with the single tusked elephant tooth. Ganesha, illuminate our minds with wisdom. Ganesha, whose aura is like the light of sun shining brightly. We meditate upon and pray for greater intellect. We bow before the one with the single tusked elephant tooth. Ganesha, great remover of obstacles. Ganesha, belly as big as the universe. We meditate upon and pray for greater intellect. We bow before the one with the single tusked elephant tooth. Ganesha, the one with the pleasing face. Ganesha, the Lord of resolving problems. We meditate upon and pray for greater intellect. We bow before the one with the single tusked elephant tooth. Ganesha is such an important deity in so many traditions and religions.
Ganesha can truly remove obstacles and clear the way for you.
And maybe send you a few speed bumps along the way. Well, that is if you need to slow your roll. Well, metaphorically speaking, that is.
And there are so many more stories and myths around Ganesha. But hopefully you got a little taste of what makes Ganesha the wise, wonderful, intelligent, and even mischievous deity that he is.
And why so many people turn to him for success and prosperity.
And in the words of Buddha, 1,000 candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So thank you for sharing your time and attention with us here today at Meg's Magical Mansion.
Until next time, toodles!